Came here to say who won it from the jump. We came to get exactly what you want. Came here to say that you don't really want it with us. Yeah, we live, you know. We came here to say that you don't really want it with us. Yeah, the sports show.
Yeah.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another episode of the Yerrr Sports Show, episode 117. I am your host. Well, I'm not really supposed to be the host. It's actually supposed to be Tay. But I am the host, Big Baby, a.k.a. the soul of R&B. To my bottom left, we have the voice of a generation, Pete Rosado.
It's the disconnected from the world. I have no social media. It hurts.
You'll be all right.
Now you'll be all right.
You'll be all right. To the bottom right, we have Maxine Shaw himself, BK Mac.
Y'all gonna stop. I'm about to cut this shit. I'm really about to cut this shit.
How them Packers doing, Matt? How them Packers doing, Matt?
Man, fuck the Giants. At least New York is doing good. I can't even do that.
Ow.
Wait till they get OBJ. It's a wrap.
Yeah, it's not. It's not. And to my top right, the queen, the Giants queen, the 4-1 Giants queen, Queen Tay.
Good morning to Giants fans and Giants fans only. Happy Sunday.
Most definitely. It is a great day in well, they're in London, but it's a great day in New York.
It's a great day in New York.
Mm-hmm.
Period. Cool.
Do the Jets play today?
Jets do play today. Jets play the Dolphins, I believe.
Well, they're gonna get routed.
Nah, I think
how they gonna get routed?
I think the Jets
there's no Tua.
Tua's out.
No Tua.
I forgot about him. Oops.
And they using Bridgewater, right?
You know who else forgot about him? His damn medical staff.
Right. So did the NFL concussion protocol.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Damn, Tua.
He's old money, bro. They better. I would say
Bridgewater's nothing to scoff at. Bridgewater's a very good quarterback to have as your backup.
We said that last week.
Like Mitchell Trubisky.
Listen, Mitchell Trubisky's a bum. I told y'all this. None of y'all wanted to believe me. Trubisky is a bum. He's the bum's bum. Okay. He is the king of bums.
But you like Matthew Stafford. But you like Matthew Stafford.
So much of a bum, he got replaced by a backup quarterback whose last name is Pickett.
He's a fan favorite right now. So I mean,
let me tell you something. Just a disclaimer. I don't think I've ever said Trubisky's name until like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
All of y'all got mad at me because I was hating on the Bears.
I
was hating on the Bears.
Defense.
I wasn't hating on the Bears. I was hating on Mitchell Trubisky.
You were hating on all the Bears, though. I ain't gonna hold you.
No, just Mitchell Trubisky.
Yo, you still the reason why the Bucks won that Super Bowl.
For sure. For sure.
You and Matt are the reasons why they won that Super Bowl.
Well, listen. Giselle Bunch didn't go make sure he win another one. He's giving him all the ammo right now.
Let me tell you something. If him and his wife had an agreement and she put her life on hold for his football career to be flourishing, and he don't and he reneged on that promise, then you know what? It is what it is. That's double resentment. That man.
Like hell.
There's something in the air with all these fucking divorces. There's something in the air. This has been like the year of divorce.
One of the Maori sisters just got divorced too. I'm like, hey, how you doing?
Yeah, her husband broke up after what? 14 years of marriage, 20 years together.
Listen, I could be 21.
Some bullshit.
I always love the Maori sisters.
Pete, you always talk about jumping on somebody else's train. You got a whole woman at home. Cut it out.
Now we just came back from a weekend at Comic-Con too, which was great.
Oh yeah, y'all better have together come back from a weekend of Comic-Con.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Making sure.
I had a ticket for today but she didn't, so I didn't go.
Why you didn't buy her a ticket for today?
Because she only wanted to go 2 days. She only wanted to go Friday and Saturday. So when I bought the tickets, I asked her, when do you want to go? And she was like, oh, I'll just go Friday and Saturday. Because last year was her first ever experience at Comic-Con, and she was only able to go 1 day. So this year she was like, oh, I'll go 2 days. I told her, I said, you sure you don't want me to get you like a 4-day pass? She's like, no, I think it's too much. Sure enough, by the time we were leaving yesterday, she's like, next year I think I might just get a 4-day. I think we might need a good 3 days to do this. Maybe not need all 4. And I'm like,
1 day was enough for me. It smelled like hell in there. It's like, I love the cosplay and I love the fanfare, but wash and dry clean your freaking costumes before you go outside and put deodorant on.
Deodorant.
What are y'all talking about?
Comic-Con.
Oh.
People be smelling like hell. Like,
you was there?
It was like, all right, Goku, put some deodorant.
I ain't gonna hold you. I'll go watch a Dragon Ball Z episode to tell Goku hardly.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure you're gonna put deodorant on before you do that, right?
I mean, I guess.
What do you mean you guess? It's either yes or no.
I don't look at Goku and think he smell like rice water, bro. I don't see it.
When you see them Gokus and Bakugos at freaking Comic-Con, guess what they smell like? Goat milk and rotten cheese.
Matt, I'll give you the perfect reference to why Tavia is so frustrated, because I completely get it, right? Remember when somebody opened a bag and they didn't wash the gear?
Yeah.
That part.
The wash machine is like $2. Like, you can get a small thing of soap for $1, and you can really get fabric softener for $1 too. It takes $6. You paid like $1 million to get in a Comic-Con, and then you don't put deodorant on when you go?
I mean, it's not that expensive, Tay.
It can't be.
It's like $1,000.
No,
and I never do. I've
never
been to a laundromat with soap costs $1 either.
Like, if you're traveling, it can be expensive.
A bottle of Suavitel costs $1.
It does.
You can get the small. You go to a discount store, you can get the small thing of Tide for $1. Okay, and a small washing machine is like $2. Okay, because for the first time in 3 years, I went to the laundromat last week.
Ooh. Good times, right?
Normally, I drop my clothes off.
Listen, high five to that, because I drop off my clothes too most of the time.
See, I used to do that too, but I was told by somebody that it was bougie.
It saves you money. Like,
see,
not money, it saves you time.
Exactly, but time is money, Tay. Time is money.
Yeah, and I don't have time to be sitting in a damn laundromat.
Right.
That's a fact.
See, I don't mind washing the clothes. What I hate is the mind-numbing amount of time it takes to fold the clothes.
And I get that.
I do that at home.
Yeah, I don't like folding clothes.
Like, I'll wash clothes all day. I have no problem with that. But it takes 17 hours to fold a load, and I'm just like, oh my Lord, like I don't want to do this no more.
My mother put me on to dropping my clothes off because she ain't like folding clothes either. After a while, she's like, you better just drop your clothes off because.
Yeah, I used to just drop my clothes off. Here you go, pay the bill, and pick it up when it's done in like a day or two.
But a day or two.
Well, 24 hours, 24 to 48, depending on when you drop it off. But sometimes I get it the next day.
No, I got the plug. Mine's be done like by the end of the day.
Well, if you drop it off in the morning, it's like the early bird special in the parking lots. If you drop it off early in the morning, you get it same day.
Yeah, I get you. So, how was everybody's week?
Shitty.
Yeah, shitty. I mean, like, let's see. I got hacked by somebody in Vietnam.
What?
Yeah. So people think I just like started blocking people on social media, but I didn't. Like, I actually lost my personal Facebook and my personal Instagram because on like Wednesday night, like between 12:30 and 1 o'clock in the morning, somebody from Vietnam was trying to hack my shit. And And thankfully I was awake. So I was like fighting them back and forth. They ended up getting access for a little while, and they posted like 2 inappropriate things on my Facebook. Which
was it porn?
I think they posted like an Asian meme, but it had like a half naked child on it.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So like
What?
they obviously Facebook was like, okay, this goes against community standards and whatever. And because they did it like 2 of them back to back, it's what led to like my Facebook getting deactivated. So I have an appeal going, I have this going, but like what really pissed me off was the fact like I lose my Messenger, I lose my Instagram as well, simply because it's a subsidiary of Facebook. So it's just like I had no communication with anybody, and a lot of communication happens on social media. And obviously we're 3 weeks away from, well, a little under a month away from my event as well. So that gets affected. And it's ridiculousness. And then the worst part about it is like Facebook is the one that notified me that I was getting hacked, but then Facebook still doesn't realize. They're like, oh, you were getting hacked, but anything that happened is still your fault. Like, how does that make sense? It's ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my week wasn't that bad, y'all. I'm not gonna lie to you. It wasn't too bad.
My week was all right, I guess.
Yeah.
Nothing memorable, really. Just another day, another dollar. God is good.
Another day.
I mean, you make all the dollars.
Yeah, you make all the dollars.
What you mean? I'm poor.
You know what? If you don't,
You know what? Like, I know we're not supposed to be lying to our friends.
Exactly. 200K Tay. What was it? 200K Tay?
Oh. Birkin bag, Tay.
Yeah.
Now, I don't have a Birkin bag, okay?
Yeah.
Oh, Tay, you might be able to help me out with this. Can you help me understand the obsession behind Telfar bags?
It's a black designer who.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a black-owned company that Beyonce probably made famous a few years ago.
Yeah,
Vegan
Beyonce
leather.
put them on.
Yeah, good quality. I personally am not a fan of vegan leather.
The missus enjoys them, and then I looked them up, and they were like $1,000 million for a small bag.
I hope you buy her one for Christmas.
I will, but I'm just.
You better.
But I was just like, I need to understand why this is.
The weight for some of those bags, though, like as soon as they drop, they sell out.
You better buy her one.
Yeah.
A pretty one too, and not one of them small little ones either. Don't be.
That's what she likes, though. She likes the small ones or the medium ones.
She's too modest.
She said the big ones are like backpacks. She's like, I'm good.
No, because she just don't want you to spend that much money. She feels bad. So get her a medium size for love.
Well, she likes the medium because she bought herself a medium one. That's how I found out about them, because she was like, oh, I got this. It's coming to your house. And so that's how I found out about it. And then she bought a small one. Then there was like,
you could buy herself the medium one. She needs you to buy her the large one.
She said she don't want the large one. I asked her 5 times.
She said she doesn't want to spend her money on that. But she
said she doesn't like it. She said it's too big. Her exact words were, it's too damn big.
No woman ever says that. Not gonna hold you.
All right. Before this goes into a conversation about whatever we were talking about a couple weeks ago, Peter. You know what? I think we should start with pick 5 this week. Because the pick 5 seemed a little bit better this week. So,
it was. Not for me.
It seemed like it. But please excuse the noise in my background, guys. But
what are you doing?
I'm in the room. I'm at work.
When you say I'm in the room and you don't have your camera on and I'm hearing this rustling noise, I think you're either trying to eat a big bag of potato chips. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Let me turn my camera around. So this is.
All right, just making sure that everything is kosher.
Yeah.
I don't want nobody doing no dirty stuff while we're on the damn air.
Oh no.
Moving work. I'm at work.
Okay, so let's move into pick 5. Dre, get the video.
Oh, sorry, Matt. I forgot.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
At this point, I'm just gonna leave it up as motivation for you, Matt.
Peter's gonna win this year.
He just might.
Peter's gonna win this year.
Listen. I said I was coming for the throne this year.
All right, shut up. Let's go. Matt, where are you?
I'm here.
What happened to the sabotage and everything? What's going on, y'all?
Still don't think he made none of them picks. That dude from Vietnam did it.
Yeah, that dude from Vietnam made the picks.
My picks went in long before.
Nah.
The Vietnam dude sent me the pick. Man.
Nah, I went 5-0 this past.
Go back.
Flag on the play.
A 5-0 week.
I didn't see it.
And actually, no. Actually, those picks were made. Those picks were made before last week's episode, long before anything happened. I went 5-0 last week.
Matt, what you think? I call bullshit. What you think?
Nope. And you know what? I still have the text that I sent. And Tavia, this is where you're gonna get big mad about it. I texted Dre.
We don't believe you until
Hold on.
Mark Zuckerberg is finished with his investigation.
Hold on. I texted Dre my picks. Why? Because the next text I sent Dre was what, Dre? I'm texting you these so Tavia don't steal my picks.
Wait, what?
So last week, the games were put in the chat.
Tavia don't do what?
Tavia don't steal my picks.
I've never stolen your picks. Ever.
No, remember how me and Matt used to joke about how you used to wait to
don't put me in this.
So now I know how you really feel. Fuck both.
Matt, like, nah, don't put me in this.
Now we used to always say Tavia waits to pick after all of us picked, and she was all picking.
Dre's my witness. That was not true. There's a lot of times I picked first.
This is true. No, we joking on you. We joking on you. I don't take it serious.
When I said that, and she cursed y'all out on air for saying that.
Stop saying that, y'all. I don't recall saying that.
Yo, let me say something about people of color. People of color do not like being grouped in with a y'all. That's one thing we do not like. We do not like y'all.
It was an incident that happened.
No,
it was an incident in one of the chats that happened, and we were all one big conglomerate, and Larry was like, "Who is y'all?"
So he's always like, "Who is y'all?"
Yo, who is y'all?
He was like, "Act them, or we don't respect it." So
yeah, like, who is y'all? Out, like, I hate a y'all. Like, that's one thing. Do not put me in a y'all.
Well, last week was a good week overall for everyone. Dre did go 4-1 last week as well, and Tay and Matt both had a winning week as well, going 3-2.
How's that winning? We are still behind.
Well, in the overall standings, I am first at 13-7. Tay is second at 8-12. Matt is third at 7-13, and Dre is fourth at 6-14.
Dre,
whoa! If I won 4 games this week, and
Matt already had a lead on you.
Right, you was 1-4 a lot of. You was 1-4 a lot of them weeks, bro.
The first 3 weeks, right?
Yeah. So
I was 1-4 3 weeks, and then I just won 4.
Oh wait, that's right. No, sorry, they are tied 7-13.
Oh, okay.
My apologies.
Come on, Matt. Yeah.
I don't care.
Basement game.
This shit is fucking blasphemy right now.
Hey, you got to make a pick now though before you look at anything because it's a 1:00 game that you haven't picked.
I didn't pick a game. I didn't pick no games.
Right, no, but there's a 1:00 game that you have on the pick 5 schedule. Me, Tay, and Matt have already made our picks for. You got to make yours.
And which is the 1:00 game?
The Chargers and the Browns.
The Chargers.
That's what I figured you were gonna pick, but I wanted to confirm.
Did we all pick the Chargers?
We all did pick the Chargers.
Because Peter was mad coy. Like, I'm like, what did you guys pick? I was already picking the Chargers. He's like, being mad petty.
See what winning does to you, and then when Pete goes 0 for 5 for 3 weeks straight.
If I go 5 for 3 weeks straight, I'm listening. I'm just resigning from pick 5 at that point.
I told you, a trash can gets a steak every once in a while. It happens.
No, I actually, let me tell you something, Matt. I actually like that statement.
It's the truth. That's the only way we can explain Pete being in the front right now.
Listen, I put money on my Jets. I stood by with my Jets, and I stood by. The only game that I was honestly afraid of.
That was a funny pick that Matt did not pick the Jets. I was actually laughing that Matt did not pick the Jets.
I was fucking.
I refused. I was
going to.
I remember Tay saying, "This is why you in last place now."
I refused to pick Mitch Trubisky. That's why I picked the Jets. If it had been any other team, I might have been a little bit more cautious about it. But the only game that I was very, very scared of was the Rams and 49ers. I picked the 49ers, but I was worried. I was like, I feel like the Rams could bust out at any time. And thankfully the 49ers played exactly the way I expected them to play and, kept that win.
And so did Matthew Stafford. He played like how we expected him to play.
He plays the same all the time.
Now, this week, we've already made our first pick, Chargers and Browns. We're all picking the Chargers. Our second game for the week, Eagles and Cardinals.
Going with the Eagles.
Yeah. Remember last year, everybody thought that the Eagles, what's that name? The Cardinals.
The Cardinals. Yeah.
Because they was undefeated for a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm also
just like the Steelers did 2 years ago. We saw what happened.
And just like the Eagles are doing now. Just keep that in point. I said it first.
Like the Giants. There's no way they gonna keep this shit up.
So Matt, Tay, y'all taking the Eagles as well?
Yeah.
What?
Jalen Hurts for MVP.
I wouldn't go that far.
Wait, what?
MVP of what?
The NFL.
Jalen Hurts for MVP.
I ain't going that far.
Let me tell you something. And I mean this with everything, right? We're going to see week 8, week 9, week 10, and week 11. And to be honest with you, the Eagles have a cakewalk schedule.
I said what I said. Jalen Hurts for MVP.
I
like that offense. I like that offense.
The Eagles' schedule is real, like it's not bad at all. Like for them. They can easily win the division for real.
Don't say that with the Giants at 4-1.
And we know what happens if the Eagles win the division.
The Cowboys are pretty good too. I think the Cowboys are better than the Eagles. And for me to say that as somebody who is I'm not a Cowboys hater, but I'm not a Cowboys lover either. You get what I'm saying? Like I like the Eagles as a team better than I like the Dallas Cowboys. But I feel like the Cowboys look like a more complete team than the Eagles do. And I feel like the Giants have a momentum right now that they haven't had in years. And it shows you that Daniel Jones is a tough quarterback. He's not the best. He's not the best.
We all know that.
He just beat Aaron Rodgers today.
Listen, I'll put it to you like this. At the end of the day, you have – whoa, it looks like Teddy Bridgewater got – out the game.
Of course. We didn't see that coming.
I'll say
don't worry, Miami. Don't worry, Miami gonna put him back in. He'll be okay.
Jets are up 12-0 right now on the Dolphins. But no, when it comes to what you said there, I mean, you got to remember the Giants have already matched their win total from last year. Right? They already won 4 games. They won 4 games all of last year. So, I mean, that's a plus right there. Anything they do from this point on is just going to be better than what they did last year. Saquon's playing with a renewed spirit. And Daniel Jones, listen, the kid went 21 for 27 today, did not throw a touchdown pass, had the most uninspiring stat line you're ever going to see. But he was only incomplete on 6 passes. And that's got to be something. I mean, it's not great. I don't think Daniel Jones is the quarterback that leads the New York Giants back to playoff and Super Bowl prominence. But, I mean, if he's serviceable, that's a good thing for them.
I think y'all putting all y'all hope on Saquon Barkley. That's what it is.
I've always been this way. Landon Collins is coming back to the Giants, too, so they're going to get some help there. I feel like
they need that help.
Yeah, they need that help, and I feel like without having Sterling Shepard again, they're looking pretty good against tough teams. They looked good against the Cowboys too. They didn't pull out the win, but they were not outclassed. You get what I'm saying? They were not like, oh my God, they were not routed. They
And
were.
I'm gonna be for real. Even if Dak was playing, that game would have been just as close.
Yeah. That game was close. That game was close. So I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh, they're gonna win the Super Bowl. Oh, they're gonna do this or do that. But I feel like there's a renewed spirit under this head coach, and I feel like the Giants have the potential to be competitive. You get what I'm saying? I feel like this is a team that can make a wild card and upset someone.
They can, but Daniel Jones just has to start throwing touchdowns. He has to start. He has to start
Who
actually
does he
throwing.
really have to throw to? Really?
Kenny
Not a
Galladay.
damn soul. Not a damn soul.
Not a damn soul. So he's working on what he has.
Right.
Let's be honest. Daniel Jones have an excuse. Russell Wilson doesn't.
No, but let me tell you something.
No, Wilson does. Wilson does.
Russell Wilson does.
Do you know? Y'all gotta stop protecting
No,
him,
he's injured, right?
That part. Torn lat muscle.
He's injured, right? He's been playing
If you
injured.
gonna be on the
past
field, if you on the field, you healthy. I don't want to hear that.
Oh, so tell that to Tua.
Right. All right.
That's a difference. That's a difference.
You know what?
That's a concussion. There's a difference.
There's no difference. No difference. No difference.
Why do y'all always bailing Russell Wilson out? I get he's like the he's the he's the role model black man, but Jesus,
I was hard on Russell
Wilson.
I was hard on Russell Wilson last year.
You know what I don't like, and you know what really kind of pissed me off about this whole Russell Wilson narrative? They painted him as the most disappointing quarterback in the league. Not when Tom Brady is floundering as we speak. You get what I'm saying? Not when Aaron Rodgers can't beat the fucking Giants. You call Russell Wilson the most disappointing quarterback in the league? Are you dead ass? That's what they were calling him all week.
And Aaron Rodgers' fucking offense is trash.
Yeah, but like you said, like he's on the field, he's the floor general. You know what I'm saying?
So
right. He lives and dies on him. You get what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day, like the Denver Broncos, I don't know who told all these people that the Denver Broncos is going to be like the next coming to Jesus. You get what I'm saying? Their defense sucks. Their offense have no movement. You get what I'm saying? Russell Wilson is injured. And it's not that I'm taking up for Russell Wilson. He is injured. And the thing is, yes, their play has been disappointing. But to call him the most disappointing quarterback in the league, when you got Tom Brady playing mediocre football out there and throwing those temper tantrums at the damn sidelines.
That'd be funny.
I'm just saying. You get what I'm saying? Like, I'm just saying, like look at how like inappropriate those headlines are. It's inappropriate. I'm just being honest.
He got paid some big money to
yeah, well, who told him to give him that money?
Well, I mean,
he talked up a big game saying he wanted to cook, so he.
Well, look, I do put blame on Russ. Don't get me wrong, okay? I do put blame on Russ, but at the same time, I put a lot of blame on that offensive coaching staff, on the coach Nathaniel Hackett. Like you said, you're gonna come in here and you're gonna do X, Y, Z, A, B, C, and you
have not done any of that.
And you haven't done anything. Your offense looks like you're playing on below college level. Like the way the Denver Broncos have been playing on offense, their defense is what's keeping them in games because their defense is stopping other teams from scoring, which is why we're getting all these low games out of them. But at the end of the day, you know, their offense is looking like they could get beat by an NCAA team. That's how bad it's looking. And at some point, the coach has to take the responsibility. And I think the play calling has to be taken away from Nathaniel Hackett. You know, obviously it's showing that it's not working. Yes, at the end of the day, Russell Wilson has to perform on the field. That is,
and he has to not miss reads because I forgot the guy's name, but he had Boy wide open.
Yeah.
And he threw an interception, and Boy threw a whole temper tantrum on the bench because he was wide open, and you didn't even look that way.
And Richard Sherman on that post-game show, Richard Sherman said it reminded him of the Super Bowl.
Well, shut up, Richard Sherman. You said you were the best player in the league, and you were not.
Hey, man.
You know. Moving on to our next game in pick 5.
Did everybody pick the Eagles?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Speaking about the team that, as Tavia said, might also be very good, the Cowboys facing the defending Super Bowl champion, the Rams.
This shit's hard.
I'm picking the Cowboys.
This is the hardest one for me.
This shit's hard.
I have the Cowboys as well.
I don't trust Matthew Stafford at all.
I don't either, but that offense could bust out at any time.
No,
what
Cooper Rush.
This one guy. No, he can't if he's getting double and triple coverage.
Matthew
they know where the ball is going. They know where the ball is going.
Listen, Matthew Stafford seemed to only be able to find Cooper Rush.
Cooper
Kupp. Sorry, keep saying Rush, but yeah, that's the only person he seemed to be able to find. So if that's who they're going to keep throwing it to, well, guess what? That's where the ball going to go. And Matthew Stafford is going to continue to play like how I know him to play, which is ass. So I will go with Cooper Rush and the Cowboys.
Paying Allen Robinson all that money to not throw him the ball, only give it to Cooper Kupp.
That's the thing. Everybody's been talking about like where Allen Robinson has been.
You getting paid what, 72? Just to only get what, four catches within like 6 games, 4 or 5 games? That's fucking pathetic.
Maybe they got to sign Odell again.
They better. They better. When he think about Kansas City, he think about Buffalo, he think about the Giants again, which I highly doubt he'll go back to the Giants. Because him and Daniel Jones is like, no, it makes no sense.
The Giants don't. I don't think.
I don't know if he could play with Matthew Stafford. He could play with Daniel Jones. Matthew Stafford is ass.
No, but I think it's the drama. I don't think the Giants need that type of drama that Odell brings in the locker room right now.
I don't.
What
think
drama?
Drama.
You sound like a Baker Mayfield fan.
Baker Mayfield and the Browns were the cause of that damn drama. Because I never heard nothing about OBJ and the Giants.
Except for that yacht party.
Right.
Yeah, that was a few of them. Yeah, that wasn't just. And he was the youngest member, one of the younger members of the team.
Victor Ortiz.
Victor Cruz.
Victor Cruz. Sorry, I'm getting everybody's name wrong. But Mr. Cha-Cha Slide himself, on the boat with his shirt off with everybody else.
Driving the boat.
Like, come on.
Listening to Mamba number 5.
That Mamba number 5.
Leave Lou Vega out of this.
Yo.
I'm just saying. If we're on the Odell situation, and not even the situation, Odell won't be available till week 10. So if the Giants are still in some type of contention, I would think the Giants will make a push for him.
They don't have the cap space.
Right. They won't have the cap space to sign him though, unless they drop some other players, which then still makes them even more undesirable. So
I hope he goes to the Bills.
I hope he does go to the Bills. But the Bills are, I think we put a lot of stock in the Bills, and the Bills haven't been playing the best either the last couple weeks.
Let's all pick back up.
Yeah, they're going to pick back up.
So, Tay, Matt, do we have the Cowboys or the Rams?
Oh, shit.
That's hard. I'm so torn because I really want to go with the Rams.
I feel like, honestly, all right. The Rams defense hasn't even been playing as good as we thought that they should be playing. They miss Von Miller so bad, it's not even funny. And I can't deny that pass rush that Dallas has, yo. And I feel like they're gonna piss or injure Matthew Stafford So I'm going with Dallas. I have to go with Dallas. If we're gonna go, I feel like it's gonna be the battle of the defenses. And Cooper Rush he'll make the right plays and the most poised plays at the right time to get the win. So it's going to be the battle of the defenses with the right plays towards the end that wins the game.
How many games am I ahead of Matt and Dre?
One game ahead of it.
I'm going with the Rams.
Oh, okay.
So Matt, did you give a concrete pick?
Yeah, I'm going with Dallas. I'm going with Dallas.
You going with the Cowboys?
I'm going with Cooper Rush taking Dak Prescott's job. You about to lose your job.
Now, here's an interesting game because this first game last year is where one of these teams started their meteoric rise to the playoffs. Bengals, Ravens.
Ravens.
I have the Bengals in this game. I don't trust.
This only a matter of time before Joe
Of course,
Burrow
go
get
ahead.
hurt.
Go ahead and say I don't trust Lamar Jackson. Go ahead.
I don't. Look, they lost
Player hater of the year award.
Bro, make sure you announce
MVP.
Make sure you mention that he's in running for the MVP this season. Make sure you add that when you talk about him. Please
make sure you're saying that he's leading the leading candidate for MVP this season.
Oh no, not unless you talk to Matt. He was talking about what's his name is MVP.
Jalen Hurts. Yeah. Those are the top two
Jalen Hurts
candidates.
is not the MVP this year. If
They're
it's
the top two
Lamar
candidates. No,
if it's not Lamar Jackson, it's nobody.
They're the top two candidates.
It's only week fucking 5. Like what?
Exactly, and he's a candidate.
Right,
Like
and it's only week 5, and the Ravens have already blown 2 multi-digit leads in the fourth quarter of games.
That's not because of Lamar Jackson. That's because of that goddamn defense. But be honest. Be honest. It's not because of Lamar Jackson. It's because of that defense. Be real. I want you to say it because you know it's the truth.
You're telling me the Ravens couldn't have beaten and blown out the 2 teams they played the last 2 weeks?
You're telling me the Ravens defense couldn't hold that team from scoring and coming back from them double-digit leads, right? I'm sorry.
I mean,
Didn't they play Buffalo? Didn't they play Buffalo last week?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we all know Buffalo wasn't going to stay behind long.
You know, and mind you, they were swept by the Bengals last year. The offensive line has started to look a little bit better.
Because Lamar Jackson was hurt. Add that.
Okay. You also have their starting running back is out. Okay. One of their starting linebackers is out. Their starting guard is out for the Ravens. So, Ravens lost to Buffalo and Miami. The only really big performance they had this year was against the Jets in week 1, where in the first quarter it looked like they weren't going to do anything, and then they exploded to score 24 points. Okay. The only other win they have this year is against New England, where they won 37-26, but New England is ass this year. Okay. The Bengals lost 2 2-point games and then blew out the Jets in Miami. They're looking better. I'm taking the Bengals on the upswing.
I want you to also admit that they beat the Dolphins when Tua got hurt. I think you forget certain narratives to these wins.
The Jets and the Dolphins and the Jets, we all know what the Jets are. And again, I know that's your team, but we all know the Jets can't stand up to any of these high-powered teams. And then Miami with no Tua, that seemed like an easy win anyway.
He was hurt. He got hit.
I'm just saying, Matt got a point. You gotta add that. You gotta add that narrative in there for sure, Pete.
Oh, I'm not.
Because you named a whole bunch of people that's out, but you ain't naming nothing about Lamar Jackson, who's been performing. It's the defense that's been fucking up. Be realistic. It's the defense.
I'm not taking anything away from what happened. Tua was in that game for a couple of series, went 8 for 14. Okay, and then Teddy Bridgewater finished the game out, right? But what I did see was I saw a Joe Burrow that wasn't getting as much pressure. Yeah, he was sacked. He only sacked once. Okay, through 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, and that has been his biggest issue this year. Has been the fact that he cannot get away from pressure and throwing interceptions. And that's not
just this year.
and he was able to do that. And T. Higgins broke out in the last game. They still got Jamar Chase and Tyler Boyd. You still got Joe Mixon, who hasn't really had a breakout game yet. So, listen, right now, this is going to legitimately be the Lamar Jackson show if they want to win this game, because Justice Hill is out. Justice Hill is out. So there's going to be no running game, none at all. So it's going to be all the Lamar Jackson show.
And he's capable of it.
Right. And so the question is going to be, can he carry them to this game? I don't know.
Well, so moving on to the last game, Raiders versus
I need
Chiefs.
to put Tay said she's taking the Bengals.
Yeah.
And then the final game of the night, the Monday night game, the Chiefs and the Raiders.
We all taking the Chiefs. I mean,
no, Pete gonna pick the Raiders. No, Pete gonna pick the Raiders. Watch.
I picked the Chiefs.
You're a damn fool.
Listen, I was a damn fool with Peter last week and picked the Raiders, and they won. So
that's right. That's right.
I ain't gonna be a fool this week.
Raiders won last week, but they also that was a game they should have won. And if they didn't win, I'd have been very upset.
I'm not gonna pick them to go against Super Saiyan Mahomes. So you got that.
Pat's on something right now. You know,
Pat wants the MVP too. So, but all right, guys, let's get into today's topic real quick. Matt's favorite play, Tavia's favorite player punching people in the face. So let's get right into it. So, Mr. Draymond Green, four-time NBA champion Draymond Green, Defensive Player of the Year eligible every year Draymond Green, punches third-year player Jordan Poole in the face inside the NBA.
In his jaw.
And the video gets leaked to TMZ. Not saying that these things don't happen in practices, because we've all been in heated practices before, but for it to come out to the press makes it even worse. And what doubles it down and makes it even more worse is that Draymond Green should know better, but a lot of people know that he doesn't. And that's the best way to put it.
Yo.
So, Matt, I'll start with you. Draymond Green is getting fined, and he said he's going to step away from the team for a while. Usually, these situations are handled inside the NBA, inside with the team. If there's team situations,
inside house,
in-house, but should the NBA step in and handle this?
No, it should be in-house. It should definitely be in-house. Yo, I've been on teams where, some people are feeling themselves more than others because, they had breakout games and feel like they're entitled to more, or, you have certain, veteran or leaders or captains per se, that feel like their word is law and they feel like they got to be, they got to be like bullies and stuff. So, you got to be the young boy that's going to be like, you ain't going to talk to me like that. And then something happens and people shake and some people get knocked out, some people don't. But I don't think I've ever been on a team where somebody got knocked out and held to sleep. He got rockabye, baby. It is funny to me. I'm sorry, it is funny because he shouldn't have pushed him. That's my whole thing. Like, he put a lot of energy in that push. You could have just been like, "Yo, back out my face," or something like that. But
but Draymond shouldn't have come up into his neck like that.
I mean, again, it's a lot of testosterone. Like, a lot of practices go that route. So I mean, but I've never seen nobody get hit the way
Not
he
a
did
lot of
during
practices
basketball.
go that route.
Yeah, he disrespect. So Draymond disrespect. Listen, we don't know what led up to this. This has been the big story. Like, we don't know what led up to Draymond approaching Jordan Poole. Everybody involved has said it has nothing to do with the contract situations that they're both in. Whatever. But at the end of the day,
why would it be stupid shit?
Right. Whatever it is, at the end of the day, Draymond Green got up in Jordan Poole's face, and we all know what it is, right? We've all been out there. We've all lived that life. He already set the tenor and the tone of what was going to go down. He put himself in that position. He disrespected Jordan Poole's space. So at the end of the day, you got to deal with those consequences. Draymond responding, right? But Draymond responding with punching his teammate, to me, goes above and beyond. Like now first off, you instigated physicality by putting yourself all up in this dude's neck, right? Like you out here trying to be Count Draymond coming for blood, okay? You put yourself all up in this dude's neck. The dude pushed you back, like, yo, get up off me.
Get up on my
he shoved
face.
He shoved the shit out of Draymond. He shoved the shit out of him. Like,
I'm not gonna say he shoved the shit out of Draymond.
He did not shove the shit out of no fucking Draymond. Sorry.
I guess
yeah.
I get it because the way he got knocked out, we're gonna be like, well, it wasn't as bad as that. I get it. I grasp it. But in a situation like that, yes, Draymond is wrong. But we ain't going to escape Jordan Poole from it either. Like, he's part of it, too.
Let me tell you, I hate when people do that. You know, that's always where I get fucked up with you.
What?
Always good. Because if somebody jump in my face, I'm pushing you on my face. And that's the approach.
Somebody get in my face, I'm laying them out.
Okay, Draymond.
No, it's real shit.
If you don't get... It's not... This is my thing, right? Draymond should be suspended by the league. The league should be stepping in.
If it would have never got out, nobody would have. Somebody leaked that.
But the problem is they got out. For him to be how many years has he been in the league now?
I lost count.
Like over 13 years.
Yeah, it should be close to like 12
At least,
or 13.
You don't know to keep your hands to yourself. Is that serious? Like you can't grow up?
10 years, Tay.
You can't grow up. You are a 4-time NBA champion. And you can't act with no decorum and class. People look to you. You're supposed to be the locker room leader, and this, that, and the third. That's not locker room leader behavior. The team should have suspended his ass. He's wrong, and yes, I think it is about. I think he's jealous. I think
about the contract.
Yeah, I think he is. And the thing is, like I said, I was having this conversation with somebody a couple of days ago, and the thing is, like. Draymond fits with that team. That whole team fits with each other. He could never be a standalone guy on a mediocre team and make them better.
That's a fact.
You get what I'm saying? He is where he is because he is with the Golden State Warriors at the time in which it's a boom period for them. Because when he was the only one left, when Clay and Steph were both injured, the Golden State Warrior couldn't win against the New York Mets. Just being honest. So
no, you're right.
To be honest with you, like what makes me, everybody knows that my biggest problem with Draymond Green is his immaturity. That's my biggest problem. Like you don't get it yet. You don't get it yet. Like y'all, some of these dudes that they be having hundreds of millions of dollars and they act like they're on the block. Like you haven't been on the block since you was a kid. Like act like an adult. Like have some. If a younger member on your team is acting like an asshole, it's your responsibility as a leader on that team to take him under your wing. Now, you guys are starting off the season with distrust. Because if somebody punches me in my face like that, I'm never going to trust him again. I don't care what the circumstances are.
Funny thing about it, Tay, is that exactly is what the case is with Jordan Poole and Draymond Green. Draymond Green, when Jordan Poole was drafted, said he knew he loved the kid after he saw one of Jordan Poole's first practices, and he saw Jordan Poole trash talking in practice. Draymond Green actually requested that Jordan Poole's locker be right next to his locker so that he could mentor Jordan Poole.
Yes, to mentor him. You see, that's the most egregious part of it all. To mentor him to act like an animal like you. Grow up. He acts like an animal.
That's one hit.
I'm talking about, this is the stuff that I've said before. The constant trash talking. The constant hanging your lip looking like an idiot. You get what I'm saying? The constant complaining. The constant this. Like, it is very annoying at this point. And I feel like he needs to be suspended. I'm sorry. He does.
As far as the trash talking thing goes, I used to trash talk when I played ball. I still trash talk.
Yeah, but you was a kid.
I'm a grown man and I still trash talk when I play ball. It's
Yeah, but
part of
you
the
guys didn't
game.
get $1 million.
I mean, yeah, but Jordan trash talk, like Bird trash
He's
talk.
a young
Everybody,
kid. I mean, I'm talking about Jordan Poole. He's a young kid. Like, all right, they're all trash talk. So why are you taking it so personal to the point where you jumping up in somebody's face? Not
I
you.
don't agree with it. I don't agree with it. But like I said, I feel like fights happen during practices. Like I don't think, like, granted, if this tape would have never gone out, nobody would have never knew how crazy that scene was. We all were just, when we first heard about it, it was like, well, all right, shit happens. They argue during practice, but once everybody actually saw the footage and how he put him to sleep, and then he held him as he was going down to the ground, we was like, wow. What the hell is going on in that camp? That's crazy. So I mean, go ahead.
Go ahead. Finish.
No, go ahead.
The problem that I have with the situation is Draymond is the common denominator for a lot of the bad things that's happened to the Warriors. Draymond gets suspended. The Warriors lose the championship. Draymond and KD get into it. KD leaves the Warriors. And this with Poole. Draymond gets into an argument with the league. Draymond suspended. The Warriors lose a couple games when Draymond's not there. Draymond is the common denominator for a lot of things that has happened to the Warriors. Yes, he's been a positive for the Warriors on court, but off the court, he's causes distractions. Now, again, I will never tell anybody not to do anything that they feel like is beneficial to them and that they love. But we saw in the finals, Draymond not being Draymond almost cost the Warriors in the end finals. Let's be for real.
But Draymond also inspired light skinned Jesus to go ape shit in Boston.
I think
said he inspired him to go ape shit.
I think
he
Steph
did.
had. I think Steph had enough. Oh! I get what you're saying.
He did. He said it. He's like, the way that they was. Boston rattled Draymond Green. They had him shook. Light skinned Jesus went in the spot and said, "In the name of Jesus, I rebuke every last one of you." And he just started letting it rain.
Okay.
I'm about to go watch it again. It was amazing.
But apparently, Steph didn't do enough because he couldn't rebuke the demons out of Ime Udoka.
You said Stephen Curry?
What?
Look,
where did that come from?
His job. That's not his job.
I don't think Pete was. I get what Pete was trying to say, but
I got what he was trying to do.
At the end of the day, it was very immature of Draymond Green because he's still the veteran. He's still the veteran. He's still supposed to be one of the cornerstones of the team. That's not how you represent your team. Even we're not even talking about in the public. We're talking about amongst each other. You get what I'm saying? Like, that's why, like I said, you have to, in order to be the leader, you got to act like a leader. That's not leadership behavior. And if that's the case, they disrespected the court too. Because take that shit to the locker room or outside.
Facts. I mean, that's like if me disrespecting y'all and expecting y'all to want to do the show every week.
No.
You're like, what? Like, excuse me?
No, I think Jordan Poole is leaving next year.
And I think Draymond Green getting traded this year.
I think he's getting traded. I think he knows it too.
Yeah.
And
the thing is, I know a lot of teams will take him. That's the crazy thing about it.
The sad part about it is you got people already talking about, like, Clay has come out before and said, like, oh, well, like getting trash talking, getting yelled at by Draymond is basically like a bylaw here in Golden State. Like, if you can't handle it, then you probably shouldn't be playing for the Warriors. So they've created this bubble for Draymond to feel like he's invincible in Golden State.
Bro, they the original three. You gotta like that. Who gives a shit? But they're a proven championship model. So that's why there's gonna be certain. Like I said, it's gonna probably come down to: do we give Jordan Poole a contract, or do we finally start reshaping and rebranding this Warrior team? Because if you really paid attention to last year, Klay Thompson did not play that many games, but everybody was talking about the pool party. He kind of had Stephen Curry's back throughout the course of that season until Klay Thompson got back. and even when Klay Thompson was back. You got to look at that aspect. But then when Draymond wasn't playing, they went on a losing streak. So that also plays a part. So as much as everybody could shit on Draymond Green for not being mature enough to stay in games and getting suspended or like getting thrown out of games or whatever the case may be, or not scoring as much points, he does play an important part on that team.
There's no doubt.
Act like it.
Huh?
So act like it.
He's the 32-year-old. Listen, he's the 32-year-old Udonis Haslem. I get it. But at the end of the day, you got Jonathan Kuminga, who is coming up and is probably going to be the heir apparent to Draymond Green. You've got
He's not there yet.
Right. You've got Wiseman, who didn't play last year. He's
looking good in the preseason.
Right. So I think if you have Wiseman last year, when Draymond's out, you don't see that losing streak. But you're right. At the end of the day, listen, Poole, Kuminga, Wiseman, these are the future pieces for the Golden State Warriors. Because they already lost. They lost what's his face?
GP.
They lost GP Jr.
Yeah, they lost
and Otto Porter.
Nobody care about Otto Porter.
You need to care about Otto Porter. He played defense and got boards. He was important too, and knocked down a couple of shots. You can't knock a lot of them players. A lot of them players play that. Golden State was the
all I said was Otto Porter. I don't know. I'm talking about nobody else.
No, but Otto Porter was an important part of that team. I'm telling you, he was an important part of that bench. They were deep as shit. That whole Warriors team was deep as shit. So I don't, like I said, they're still the team to beat, but that's going to cause some friction for the next season because both contracts is due.
And now Draymond's stepping away from the team for a little while.
Oh, shut up. Shut up.
I can't wait till you meet Draymond Green in person and he wins you over.
That's not gonna happen.
I know it's gonna happen. I know it's gonna happen.
Y'all should have seen when I met Robert Horry.
Oh, Big Shot Bob.
I was like,
that nigga, he a hoe. He a hoe.
You sound hurt.
I'm serious. He is a hoe.
What did Robert?
Not nothing. I'm not saying it like in a bad. I'm just saying, boy, a hoe. He in these streets. I like that sometimes.
Let's wrap this shit up.
Sometimes.
One last one more basketball thing and then one more football thing. But Victor Wembanyama. Huh?
I'd be feeling talking basketball the dying sport.
Bridgewater got a concussion too? God damn. The hell is in the water in Miami?
It's Miami.
They said he passed concussion test, but was not allowed to return.
Good.
Under the new addition to no government.
Good.
Damn. Yo, he passed the test, but they still not letting him out because of Tua. That's crazy.
As he shouldn't.
Yeah.
But Victor Wembanyama, I don't know if you guys saw the preseason. This man is 7'4" and plays like damn KD. Doing pull-up threes and everything. Have y'all seen the preseason of this man going off?
No.
I have not, but I heard he is the consensus number one pick right now.
Yeah.
For next year.
He is.
Ray, you thought you were going to get a topic out of that one?
Oh, I definitely did. I definitely did. I ain't gonna lie to you. You know what? You're right.
If you would have put the topics in the chat, I would have had time to research it. But you didn't do it.
You're right. You're right. And you know what? You know who's responsible for the topics not being done on time?
Your black ass.
No, two people. No.
He's gonna blame
your black ass is responsible for that. I muted him, so
and I unmuted myself.
Yeah,
so.
I'm gonna mute you again. Your black ass.
And I'm gonna unmute myself.
Like you're muted, Tay.
All right, so Matt, let's
mute you again. You gotta do it.
These two at the bottom are responsible for throwing the topics and me putting it together.
I had it all week. I was on 808s and heartbreaks this whole week. Like, that's my bad.
We understand Donnell Jones. We get it. Understand. We got you.
Well, more like Tyrese.
Y'all ready for Fat Girl Fall? Because I'm ready.
You're not fat.
Y'all haven't seen me in like 2 years.
We see pictures of you
I
over
seen
here
you this year.
lifting up couches and
When you
everything.
saw me this year?
I saw you this year.
I saw you this year.
And Barclays.
No,
And they saw you at Jabba Slam.
And we saw you at Mania.
Y'all did?
Yes.
Yeah.
I saw you in Brooklyn at a school.
You were at
He
Jabba
probably
Slam.
saw you. You was at Jabba Slam, so they saw
Yeah,
you
Jabba
there.
Slam.
I saw you at
I
a
don't
show.
recall that.
And I saw you at a show.
I don't recall.
No, that probably wasn't her then. If we didn't see her at
You know, I have a sister
Jabba
that looks just like me. So
I've heard
I'm
about
pretty
it.
sure. Yeah, I'm sure she picks things up and put them down too, just like you. Yeah.
my triceps are.
We know, strong lady. Strong lady. Guys,
Nick's
that is
been
a wrap.
looking good in the preseason.
Who?
Who?
He's dragging it. Dre 4.
Nick,
I did go to the Knicks game on Friday. The Knicks did look good. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Oh, you go to Knicks games. That's why you couldn't put the show together. So for
on Friday?
yeah. So for
You're
Peter,
not gonna do this.
You know
Y'all
what?
better
No,
not say
no,
the
you know
Knicks
what?
look good. You better not say
Anyway,
the Knicks look
Ford,
good.
the voice of the generation. People
Don't ever lie like that and say the
Ford,
Knicks look good.
BK Matt.
he
Was
done lied. He lied.
I'm not
The
trying to
Knicks
hear you.
look good.
I'm not trying to hear you.
The Knicks
With
look
the
good.
Queen.
Don't
Queen Shay. It is
worse than
your
the damn
boy,
Cowboy
Big
fans.
Baby.
Who's a Cowboy fan?
I said that's worse than Cowboy fans.